Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. I'm Kevin Shea, joined alongside by the head coach of the Lady Crusaders, Bill Gibbons. And coach, since we last spoke, 2-2, wins over Colgate, wins over Lafayette. Lafayette game was a game that we saw on Channel 3. Lost to Bucknell, lost to Lehigh. How do you assess the 4 games and the new wrinkle we'll talk about a little bit later, too, of going to a 4-guard lineup now?
Right. We're still, experimenting with some different stuff, Kev. We had a great first half against Bucknell and a not-so-good second half. They made some adjustments, and we didn't score. Our defense was good. And then in the game the other day against Lehigh down there, we were down 11 in the second half. We went to the 4-guard lineup and came all the way back and had chances to win. So we're kind of trying different things. I'm still confident in this team. We're 4-2 in the league, and we got a couple big ones coming up this week before we have a bye, a week bye before we go to Navy. So I'm still confident in this team. We're just kind of still experimenting without Raquel. What's the best way for us to play? And as I told the girls today, every game's going to be different. Everyone's got to be ready to give us energy. But our chaplain, Father Kuzniski, has been traveling with us, and he said, Coach, a lot of people gave up on you guys in this team when you lost Raquel and thought you were just going to. And I like the spunk of this team and the spirit of this team because they've really come together and played well. And that made me feel really good. And I relayed that to the team.
Now, it seems, too, that there's a lot of parity in the league right now. There's not one team that's dominant in the league. And you look at your most recent game against Lehigh, you lose on the road. That was a game, though, you led with 2 minutes to play in that game, and I think just missed your final 5 or 6 shots. So that's how close that is. You lose by 3 points. But you're leading there. You miss a handful of shots down the stretch. But it doesn't seem to me like there's one team that everyone else is saying, wow, we're going to lose by 20, and the best we can do is hope to slow it down. Right.
And I think you're right. I think Army was that team in the preseason. But, we've always matched up well with Army. They got beat by Bucknell by 10. So, that made them come down to earth a little bit. I think on paper, they might be the best team, but certainly Bucknell and Lehigh. And I told the girls the other day, you can beat Bucknell, you can beat Lehigh, and now we got to go down and try to beat Army to know them. Those are probably the top 3 teams in the league, and then everyone else is pretty even,
With Army, too, they have Kelsey Minato, the league player of the year, preseason player of the year, was the player of the year a year ago. How much does she change what you do defensively in terms of what you're going to normally do? Right. How much does a player like that change?
That's a good question, Kev. I think we'll play a no-help defender on her. She's that good that, in other words, we'll play our regular man-to-man, but we just won't help offer her. We'll just face guard her. We'll also play some box-and-one on her. And we'll also throw some zone at them to give them different looks so they can't run their stuff, which always ends up having the ball in her hands. But we've coached against her now for 3 years. This will be the 4th year. So, and we've had success, not so much shutting her down, but containing her. And, we're probably about 50-50 in the games against them. She had 49 one year, and we still beat them. That year we kind of let her get hers, and we did a good job on the others. I think in this next game we're going to try to contain her and keep her under 20 and do a good job on the others and come out of West Point hopefully with a win.
And speaking of good players too, Molly Horgan has really stepped up her game and just is such a force. Obviously has always been a great shot blocker, has rebounded well, but this year really has taken her offense up to a new level. Even the rebounding, she had a double-double the other night against Lehigh.
Yeah, and we talk about that team dynamic. Molly kind of didn't have to rebound as much because Raquel was getting 12.5 rebounds. She didn't have to score as much because Raquel was getting 24 a game. Now, all of a sudden, with her out, she's become a great rebounder, and she's a lot more confidence. We talked off the air of just confidence on the block and scoring. And other girls, Infinity has stepped up her scoring with Raquel down. Maddie Ganser has been a really good rebounder and defender for us. No one's going to be Raquel, but if you can step up in your role and be the best you can be, that's what true teams are about. And again, I like the way this team has come together and is playing together.
All right, we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with plenty more of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show, presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn, right after this.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Established in 1939, Standard Auto is a name that you can trust. With over 40 acres of early and late model parts, Standard Auto has what you need. Bring us your worn out or used cars. Call us last for the best prices. Standard Auto, 257 Granite Street in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by Girton Graphics, Southbridge Street in downtown Worcester.
Mark Byrne is your Worcester area Edward Jones financial advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, college, or protecting your financial future, give Mark a call at 508-755-1213.
It all starts with a touch. The smallest thing that sets her heart in motion. The rhythm of love, the only jewelry powered by her heartbeat.
Visit us at the West Boylston DQ Chill and Grill on Route 12, right off of I-190 Exit 4. Visit us online at dqcakes.com. The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, one of the games, Coach, we'll talk about is that Lafayette game. The one, it was the game that kind of spurred you to go to that four-guard lineup. It was a game that we had on Channel 3, so we have a lot of highlights from that game as well.
Right.
But we talked about it. It was at halftime when you made that adjustment, and it really seemed to spark the team. I said afterwards the game was won in the third quarter.
Yes.
You guys came out and really steamrolled them in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think we held them to 5 points. It might have been 17-5, so we went from down 1 to up 11. And that was the game, and I think Tricia Byrne, who we'll meet later in the show, was a big spark for that. And you just need energy. You know, Raquel was our energy girl. She was our leader, our emotional leader, and I think Tricia gives us that, you know, coming off the bench with her spunk. That's the best word I can think of. And we went to the four guards, and we just kind of picked things up, and she had that great no-look pass to Molly, I remember, and you know, it was just, we needed some energy, we needed some life. It was a tough, cold night. We didn't have a lot of fans. We didn't have students. We didn't have the band. We had Channel 3 here, which is always a big highlight.
A circus in and of itself.
A circus in itself is right. But we didn't, so we needed something to get us going. And that four-guard lineup sparked us. It got us to 4-1, and I think it found us a way to play. So we'll keep using that four-guard lineup and keep trying to improve in it.
What was it that made you go to that? What did you see? I know you had talked before about Trish Byrne coming off the bench and what a great spark she had given you. And, you know, I guess probably the best inventions sometimes are made out of desperation or innovations or something. And I guess maybe that was it.
Right. Well, I talked to a lot of coaches. I talked to Kevin Clark, my former roommate, great player at Clark. Now he's at Towson. And he told me a story about Red Auerbach when they were at George Washington, and he was coaching with Mike Jarvis as the assistant. And Auerbach came in and watched practice, and he says, you're not playing this guy because he's not at the right position for you. You know, you're not starting him, but he's one of your best 5 players. You got to play your best 5 players, you know, and you might have to tweak your lineup. And that kind of got in my head. So this is no offense to the other girls, but our best 5 players right now are 4 guards and Molly.
Right.
So why not play them together rather than play, you know, having one of your better players on the bench? So I think that's how 4-guard lineups develop. Or you might have to play 3 forwards and 2 guards if those 3 forwards are better than the other guys.
Right.
So that's a good question, Kevin. That's the genesis of how we talked as a staff and said, hey, we got to play our best 5 players for the majority of the game. And yes, other guys can have roles coming off the bench, but why play not your best
Someone
5 players.
else, right? Just because it's a position.
Position.
You say, well,
exactly.
we have to play this.
Exactly.
We can't play 4
exactly.
guards in the starting
Right.
lineup.
Right.
That's outrageous. So we'll just start 3.
Right. And you watch men's. I remember Villanova when they made a run in the men, played 4 guards, and there've been other teams. It's not recreating the wheel or whatever. It's not rocket science. You just got to play your best guys, and we're still getting better at that.
When you have a 4-guard lineup in there, do you try to push the ball more? Do you do a little things differently on offense?
Yeah, attack. And we did that against Lehigh, and I mentioned it today at practice, that we just ran wide, and Lisa penetrated, and Molly's girl helped, and she just dropped it to Molly for an easy layup. We went over our offenses. So I've got you see me with my card, I've got my cheat sheet with the 4-guard offenses that we can run, and then conventional offenses that we can run to try to give teams a different look. But we got 4 guards that can all come off ball screens. Lisa can do it, Tricia can do it, Katie Doherty can do it, Infinity can do it, and then with the 1 big. So I think we're going to get better at it, Kev.
Lisa Mifsud is someone, we've talked about her throughout her whole career, but what she brings to the court, to me, a lot of leadership, a lot of poise, a lot of calming effect kind of on that offense, knowing when to push, knowing when to kind of pull it back a little bit.
Right. She's a veteran and been through the wars of the Patriot League. She's really played it even as a freshman, so she's played 4 years. I think it's making her a more effective player, Kev, with Tricia on the ball too, because she's a scorer. She had 20 the other day, and most of them when she was off the ball, spotting up and stuff. So I think that's going to make her a better player with Tricia getting more minutes and moving Lisa off the ball.
And obviously it makes you a more difficult team to press, to trap, because of having Lisa, Katie Doherty, Tricia, and Infinity, who can all handle the ball and can all beat their player.
Yeah, and Army will press us a little bit, so that's another reason that I think it'll be effective with the 4 guards. Plus, on the other end, it makes us a better pressing team with 4 guards and Molly back to block shots and be the goalkeeper, if you will.
Right. Create a little havoc and then just have her guard the.
Right. We do have to. Now, Army plays 4 guards, so we'll be able to match up man-to-man a little bit. Lehigh played 2 big forwards, so we had to drop back to the zone a little bit because of the matchups with the 4 guard. But then we were a tough matchup on the other end because they had a big trying to guard our.
And you're using speed and quickness and trying to pull them out a little bit.
So it's a chess match a little bit, but that got us back in the game at Lehigh.
During this break, obviously it's a great time for you, as we've talked about, to evaluate the team and to do individual work and all that stuff. What have you learned about your team? Has there been any surprises or anything during the break where you've been like, you know what, this has been great for her because?
Yeah, I just think I've learned that they have good camaraderie, that they've come together off the Raquel injury. They haven't hung their head. Lisa had them over the house for the Christmas party and played games, and she even felt that. And they've gone to the Mercy Center and lost a tough game, but was great for them. They've gone to the Nativity School. They've gone to the Boys and Girls Club. Molly has been a big part of that as our kind of point person for our community service. But I've just learned that it's a good group. And as Father Kuzniski said, it's a spunky group. It's a spirited group that's going to play hard. And as a coach, I think that the best thing you can say is that they're have camaraderie and they're a true team and they have a lot of spunk, have a lot of spirit. They play hard for you. That's all you can ask. And don't give up on us. We're going to keep fighting and get ready for those 3 games in March, because that's what it's going to come down to.
30 seconds. That's pretty much all the time we have for this one. But the Mercy Center, you touched on it. I know it's something near and dear to your heart and something that you guys do every year. How special is it? And tell the viewers maybe how you got involved, why you've been doing it for year after year.
Yeah, it's near and dear to me because of my uncle Tom Fitzgerald, who was one of God's special children, and my Aunt Emery Daly and Monsignor Sullivan kind of started the vision of the Mercy Center with the Mercy Sisters, and it's just been a great place, and I've been doing it for 25 years, and the team gets a lot out of it, and they want to go back even though we already played them in the game. And I got a nice note from Peg Buzzle, who does God's work over there, and there's no school anymore, but all those kids went through the school. They're all adults now, and it's like the Celtics coming in there. But she says we bring joy to them, but I don't think people realize that they bring joy to us, and it certainly puts things in perspective, Kevin, and it's very touching that they bring a lot of joy to us, and I think that lesson that we're trying to teach the girls is immeasurable, because it teaches me a lot. And I've talked to Lisa and talked to my boys about it, that hey, life's too short. You got to do these things, and you got to put things in perspective, because These are God's special children, and you got to have a place. And it's a center of love. It's just, you can feel the love when you go in there. So if it doesn't make you feel good, there should be an investigation. Something's wrong.
Something's
right.
wrong.
Right.
Something's wrong with you. All right, we're going to take another time out. When we come back, we will meet some of the Holy Cross players. Stay with us.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
The Bagel Inn, 785 Main Street, Route 122A in Holden. Open daily at 5:30 a.m.
New Tech Design is a proud supporter of Holy Cross women's basketball, custom printing, embroidery, promotional items, and more. Visit us online at newtechdesignGroup.com.
Welcome to the Compass Tavern. At the Compass, we offer a delicious menu featuring the best American style and New England dishes made from scratch in our kitchen. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or special celebrations, the Compass Tavern is the place to go.
Before or after the Crusaders hit the court, come on down to Bentley Pub in Auburn, Route 12 near the junction of the Mass Pike. Visit us online at bentleypub.com.
City Trophy, conveniently located at 32 Auburn Street in Auburn. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by the Texas Roadhouse, Lincoln Plaza in Worcester. Call-ahead seating is available at 508-853-7266. The Boynton, 117 Highland Street in Worcester. Visit us online at boyntonrestaurant.com. And by Cafe Espresso, 395 Chandler Street in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by O'Connor's Restaurant and Bar, 1160 West Boylston Street in Worcester. The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm here with sophomore guard Tricia Byrne. And Trish, first let's just talk about, we mentioned kind of coming off that injury. You had a quad injury that hampered you in the beginning of the season, kind of the first half of the season, and really didn't feel well until like the new year, right when it kind of hit January. What was it like trying to work your way back from it, trying to play through it, and how do you feel now?
Coming back from the injury was definitely a frustrating experience for me, just because I was always used to feeling 100% and being able to go out and perform well. So when I was coming back from this injury and I was feeling sort of pain in my leg and I was feeling this sort of instability, it was making me a little less confident and making me doubt my ability. But after I came back the new year, after I had gone through a bunch of treatment with our trainer and had seen a doctor at home, I really felt as though my leg was back to normal. So upon entering the Patriot League season, like I said, I was feeling a lot much better. So that just contributed to me being able to play to a better ability, and it contributed to myself having more confidence.
And talk about your role, because it has been coming off the bench and kind of, I said, like the microwave, like giving them instant offense and a spark. I don't know if I've let the cat out of the bag. We may get into a starting role here, but what is it, the mentality of coming off the bench? What's your mentality, and what are you looking to do when you enter a game?
Well, prior to entering the game, obviously from the bench, I have the perspective of being on the bench and seeing what is going on in the game and how I can get in and contribute to hopefully make the game better in some way. So I know my coaches often emphasize that I'm the spark coming off the bench, so I do the best of my ability to fulfill that role. But as the season is evolving and as I'm becoming more comfortable being being a better player for the team, I think I'm able to contribute even more.
And Coach said you're the personality of the team. You keep the team loose. What do you do to keep everyone loose and laughing?
For the most part, I wouldn't say it's intentional, but I always like to make people laugh and I don't know, just make sure that we keep everything in perspective. I know sometimes basketball can be really serious and can get frustrating for so many different reasons, but I try to maintain a level head and let my teammates know that although there may be ups and downs, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
And one of the things I know you guys have done during this Christmas break is you played the Mercy Center, you went to the Nativity School and read to the kids, went to the Boys and Girls Club, played checkers with them. You talk about keeping things in perspective. How much do those visits help in terms of, you know, looking at the big picture?
They definitely make everyone kind of reevaluate all the gifts that they have given and how fortunate we are in our lives to be gifted with so many things and so many opportunities. So going to these different schools and helping different people really allows us to put our lives into perspective and makes us that much more thankful for what we have here at Holy Cross.
All right, Trish, thanks for joining us and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thanks so much.
That's sophomore guard Tricia Byrne. We're back with more right after this.
Visit us at the Commercial Fruit and Garden Outlet. Personalized fruit and gift baskets for the holidays or any occasion. 1050 Southbridge Street on the Worcester-Auburn line. Beautiful to look at, delicious to eat.
Jake's Wayback Burgers, Tobias Boland Way, right off of Route 146 in Worcester. Now accepting Holy Cross meal points.
The Fix Burger Bar. Handmade burgers, elixirs, and shakes for whatever ails you. 166 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester. Specializing in wicked awesome bone-in and boneless wings, the Wicked Wing Company, 321 West Boylston Street in Worcester, is your home for the best wings in Worcester. Check out our menu online at wickedwingco.com.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back, everyone. I am joined by guard Maddie Ganser. And Maddie, just coaches talked about how you've stepped in since the injury to Raquel Scott and taken a lot of that rebounding kind of on your shoulders, the void with her being out. What was the mentality for you? And was it something you ever discussed with coaches or teammates, or was it something you just said, all right, I know I have to do this?
Yeah, Raquel's injury was a big hit to the team, but we all knew that we had a bunch of different players that could come in and fill different roles for her. I knew that rebounding was going to be a big thing that we were going to be lacking, so I knew coming in that I was going to have to fill that void, like you said. And I did have a couple discussions with the coaches about it, and everyone was behind me, and Molly too has been filling in, obviously, and been doing really well. So.
Now, the mentoring program is something that you guys have just started this year. Coaches started. Tell us a little bit about the mentoring program, what it's all about, and what it's meant to you.
Yeah, so the mentoring program was awesome. We had one meeting with all of us. Every teammate got matched up with an alumni that had similar career goals with each of us, and we got to talk with them about their time here at Holy Cross, and then also what they're doing career-wise. So just like advice and questions that we have, and also looking back on old memories and things we can relate about.
That's
so
cool.
It was awesome. Yeah,
you kind of have already a built-in mentor program with your sister Christine, who went through and just graduated. How often do you guys talk, and how much does she help you with the ups and downs of being a college student, being a basketball player, everything that goes into it?
Yeah, we talk every day. Me and my sisters have a group chat that we're always texting in. Last year she was in Ireland, so I didn't get to see her as much as I would have liked, but this year she's come to a bunch of games, and we're always talking either on the phone or FaceTime, or I go home a lot too, so it's awesome to have her. It's a great resource.
How much fun is it this time of year when it's just basketball and just hanging out with the team and you don't have to worry about school at all?
No, it's so much fun. We all look so much forward to the Christmas break. We're definitely a lot closer this year as a team, and we just have a lot of fun together, so it's really good.
And I know some of the things you've done. You guys went to the Mercy Center, played the Mercy Center, lost again, I think 26th year, 27th year in a row. Went to the Boys and Girls Club, read the Nativity School.
Yeah.
What do those things mean to you, and how much fun is it to get out there and do the community service?
It's a lot of fun. I know everyone really appreciates that. We all know we have so much time in our day when it's just practice and no school, so that is really good for us. We get to see what other people are doing besides basketball and how like grateful we are to be in this position that we are and what we can do for other people.
Do you have a player in the Patriot League or a team in the Patriot League that you really don't like? I'm not going to use hate, that's a strong word at a Catholic school, but don't like, and like one of those great rivalries where you say, I can't wait till we play them because I want to battle with that one.
That's tough. I mean, the Patriot League is so competitive every night. It's You never know what's going to happen. But I think since we're playing Army on Wednesday, that we definitely are rivals with them just in playoff history and stuff like that. So that should be a really good game. Is
there anyone on the team? Is it like Kelsey Minato that she's going by you, and maybe the elbow gets a little higher than it normally would?
No one specific. I mean, it's any team. It's always competitive. So
that's the way the Patriot League is.
Yes, always.
All right, thanks, Maddie. Thanks for joining us, and best of luck the rest of the year.
Thanks.
That's Maddie Ganser. We're back with more right after this.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
After the game, come on down to Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden. Good food, good friends, good times. Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Chick-fil-A Westboro proudly supports the Crusaders women's basketball program. We would love the opportunity to serve you at our restaurant at 286 Turnpike Road, Westboro. Here's to a great season.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
At Uncle Sam's, we use only the best ingredients available. Our dough is made fresh daily in our kitchen. Our hand-tossed pizza has tomato and basil sauce with just the right amount of spices, topped with our special blend cheese. Our family pizzerias are in the heart of downtown and offer casual dining, pickup, delivery, and our guarantee of delicious food and great service. We look forward to serving you.
It's Meze Greek Tapas Bar and Grill, Worcester's only authentic Greek tapas, 156 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Coach, we'll talk about the schedule coming up at Army. That's a huge one, obviously.
Yep.
You have American here at home, and then at Navy. The next 3 games, what are the keys to going 3-0, 2-1? To keeping pace right there with the top of the league.
Well, you got to keep pace. We got to try to hold serve at home and steal a couple more on the road. Be a tough one at Crystal Arena Wednesday. Then we're home for Alumni Day against the defending champions, American, who is young, but she does a great job. Meg Jebbia coaching them, so they'll be tough. And then at Navy, who's always a tough one. So we're taking them one at a time. And just looking at Army now, but the home games that the people can put on their calendar are the 23rd, Alumni Day. All the alums will be introduced at halftime. And then February 13th down the road, Lehigh, a team that we just lost to in a close game, comes to the Hart Center for our Play for K pink game. The girls have done a great job fundraising, and they have over $800 already. We're hoping to go over $1,000. We'll wear our pink, and we'll have some fun things going on. We'll have an honorary jump ball with a breast cancer survivor and great awareness. The McInerney dancers will perform at halftime.
Oh, that's
it's
great.
a great day, February 13th, 1 o'clock tip against Lehigh for a great cause.
Oh, that's outstanding. This has been the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. We'll see you again real soon.